So, Compliments of Gus. You've been together for how many years?
13, they tell me. Gosh,
I was
depressing.
5. I was 5 when the band started.
Yeah.
That's like a life sentence.
Hanging out with Jared for that long. No, he smells all right. It's okay.
I totally deodorised today.
It's good, man. Excellent work.
Thanks,
You look
man.
like you've even had a shave.
Yep, shave.
You sound a lot better when you've had a shave.
2 showers today.
2 showers?
No.
Why? Don't tell me you did physical labour.
No, I just wanted to do my hair. I had a shave in the afternoon and it was all,
Well, you're going to be on radio, so who cares what you look like? What this new album you're releasing, what number is that?
Jared? What
6?
number is that?
Let's say 6. It's around about that. See, do you count EPs? Do you count live albums? I think 6 is a good number. So it's a collection of some old songs and some new songs. And we're really proud of it.
Now, you've been together for 14 odd years, and you're still young. How on earth did you keep together through changes in life, like marriage and moving house and moving suburbs and all that sort of thing? What sort of passion held you together for that length of time?
I think part of it is that we never did this as our only job. We never went to that place where we needed this to be a full-time income for 5 people. So that's one thing that just made it sustainable. We I don't know, somehow we struck upon this sustainable way to play great music we loved around Australia. I think part of that's just understanding the challenges. 2 of the guys live in Geelong, 3 live in Diamond Creek, so we meet in Werribee to rehearse, and we just give each other enough rope to just keep going, basically.
Yeah, and I think, and now to the point where it's our friendships that keep us together. We're not driven to get a new hit or to make it or what. We do it. We genuinely enjoy each other's company and playing music together. And I could be well starting another band, so this one enough to do.
You must have found pretty sympathetic partners to keep the band as a priority, especially in starting and growing a marriage and all that sort of thing.
Yeah.
I think they knew what they were getting themselves into. Certainly for the 3 blokes in the band, Jared actually married the bass player, so I don't know if that counts. Or he married a girl and then made her the bass player. For us, it was very much... It was part of our lives. So Matthew, our drummer, met his now wife whilst we were on the road in Tamworth. And she's from the Central Coast, but happened to be in Tamworth at the same day we were... So it's got that thing of the girls and guys that got together, understand music, love travel. It's sort of all, was always on the cards.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Yeah. And we've learned how to keep the band at a level that is a good balance between that and the rest of our lives. We're not gigging every weekend and we're not on the road for weeks at a time or anything like that. So we've got it at a point where we can cope.
Very good. Now, I was around in your early days, way back at Forest Edge when ACAM were running the event and so on, and I actually loved your music back then. How do you feel about that old stuff compared to what you're doing now? Is it like something gives you goosebumps or makes you sweat?
Yeah, right. Do we throw up or fill up with pride? Yes. Look, there's so much that's changed. Obviously, music has become the way you record music now. The way we hear music has changed through MP3s and squished audio and auto-tune and all that kind of stuff. So in the last 10 or 13 years, we actually feel quite privileged that we've walked this journey. We recorded our first EP to tape, so we can actually talk with the old school guys about we recorded to tape. I think what we've said about this music is, despite the differences in the recording qualities and maybe the musicianship and some things like that, the songs we're still proud of. The songs still stand up as great songs, we think. Yeah.
And the message back then, are you following the same sort of message you're putting out to your listeners or the public now, or have you changed it in subtle ways, or what is your theme nowadays?
There's probably subtle themes, but nothing that would change the meta-narrative. Thank you, big word. Look, faith and hope are the theme, will continue to be the theme, I think.
Yeah, and that gets coloured by our life experience and by everything that happens to us as we get older. But we've our faith in God is central to who we are as people, so it naturally comes out in the music.
If you weren't Compliments of Gus, who would you be? What sort of bands would you be in? What sort of music would you be playing? Would you be together? Would you be following different paths?
We'd have a much better name for starters.
Yeah, better name.
Where did that come from, anyway?
No, 14 years ago we named the band for one gig and it stuck. It was just a silly name we came up with. And
Here we are.
gosh.
Here we are.
I don't know. We've always tried to pinpoint what the band sounds like. Very few people have helped us with that question. But for me, you point to your musical influences. I was listening to Ben Lee earlier today, the Breathing Tornadoes album. And I think somewhere between Ben Lee and Coldplay's Parachutes, that's where I'd like to land.
Yeah, and I think that, the band it's like somewhere in the middle of all of our tastes, and yeah, no one pulls it in too far in another direction. So where we are is a place where we all love, and sure, Matt's wants to make more rock, or I'd want to do extra chords. Well, yeah, whatever. We never said let's play this sort of music. It's just the place that felt right for us as musicians.
Okay, you've talked a lot about the band as a group and using words like us and we. Is that a good conglomerate in actual reality, or is there an alpha male that sort of leads and the rest of you follow? How do you choose what you play and what you write?
Again, I think this recording, this set of recordings, speaks of the idea that we've come to a place of knowing what roles everybody plays. Jared and I are the songwriters. Nathan, who's joined the band the last 2 or 3 years, is a songwriter as well, and he's starting to contribute. But Jared and I have a good synergy that happens very quickly. When a song's happening, it happens very quickly now. Look, I'm the upfront guy, but Jared's the brains behind the operation. He's the guy that books the gigs and does the business. Beck handles the books. Matt handles the tracks in the background, so he sets up the recordings for he mixes the tracks for the live performance stuff. Yeah. So we all take different elements of leadership in different areas at different times, I guess. And it's very much a democracy. So especially for larger decisions, we all have to agree that we're going to do something. There's no one person that's calling the shots.
So apart from going to live gigs and buying the CD on the spot, how do people get your music?
Just find Compliments of Gus on iTunes, the easiest way, or your favourite electronic retailer.
I like that.
So 99.9% of our online sales are through iTunes, but we're on a number of different sites.
Yeah. G'day, this is Justin.
And I'm Jared.
We're from Compliments of Gus, and this is
The Batcave
on Yarra Valley FM.